Hey, so today I wanted to explain how about 7 to 8-ish years ago, I began playing bedwars, and ever since then, I haven't really stopped. I think it's a pretty interesting story. So, I suck at intros, but you know what? This is the end of the intro. Yep, I'm just gonna end it there. All right. Also, apparently asking people earlier in the video to subscribe actually does work. So if you would be so kind, I'm getting so close to 30k. You know, we're getting so close to 30k. And overall, I would really appreciate it. And yeah, ouch. So around 2017-ish, I was at a friend's house. Yes, I have those. I should make a video on how to make friends. Okay, that's really off topic. I don't know. I just thought of that off the top of my head, and I said it out loud for some reason. Pretty much, I was at a friend's house. He was playing Minecraft, and I was like, "Wow, that looks kind of cool." I'd already played Minecraft for a while, but it was only ever on an Xbox 360, so I don't know how skilled I was at the time. Probably not very skilled. I mean, I only ever did like creative and building and stuff, so I had like no PvP or anything. I think they had like survival games, but like I don't know how much I played that. Pretty much I did not really know how to play Minecraft very well. But my first time after seeing Bed Wars, well, that was my first time seeing Bed Wars, that like moment right there. They look 40k finals, that's kind of cool. Pretty much, yeah, first time seeing Bed Wars, and I was like, wow, that game looks kind of cool. Now, you don't start out with everything that you need to become an insane Bed Wars addict. You know, me, I started out with my MacBook Air. I got about 20 FPS. Actually, I got 20 FPS because I was trying to record at the time, which, actually, no, that's a story for another video. I'll save that. But basically, I was just on a MacBook Air, getting the lowest FPS ever. Not very ideal for, you know, the Bed Wars gaming, but I died again. It was basically just my introduction to Java Edition, and a little while later, I logged on to Hypixel for the very first time on January 16th, 2018. And now, embarrassingly, it would have been a lot earlier than this, probably more closer to like late December. But I was trying to join the wrong server IP. You see, I was trying to join hypixel.net, like saying hi to pixel.net. So, that was probably a couple days worth of me not knowing that I could search up server IPs. But yeah, I joined the server and I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. Still on that same friend's floor. This all happened around the same time. And after that, we played our first Bed Wars game. I still remember this. It was on Waterfall. I don't think that we won, because I don't know how... Is that a red? My bed's gone, but I'm pretty sure there's a guy right here. This is not how you build up. Yes, there is a red. Okay, well, I guess I'll just continue the story in the next game, because we won Bed Wars. So, yeah, second game. Now, I don't think I realized how much I'd been playing until next year. I reached 100 stars, which isn't the best pace, but like, hey, once again, I was not very good. I wasn't really gaining that many stars, but to me, 100 stars in like a year, that was pretty good pace. But then a little something happened. So there was this little thing that happened. You might have heard of it. It's called COVID-19. It started a little pandemic where pretty much everyone had to stay home for a couple months. And oh boy, during that period, I think I went from about maybe 200 stars. I'm pretty sure to about maybe like 450-ish, which, I mean, now I'm mainly talking about like the first couple months of the lockdown, which my blocks are making sounds, which, oh crap, that's not good. It was, I don't think it was very long, but it was at least long enough for me to gain like 250 stars on top of my already 200 stars. Something like that. It was around those numbers. Normally this is something I wouldn't actually put in the video, but this shout is so goofy. Okay, anyways. Now at that point, I had pretty much stopped playing every other game. I never really played any of their game, but like I'd pretty much stopped playing every other... I mean, I guess I played some like Sky Wars. I wasn't really good at it. I wasn't good at any game back then. I'm still not very good, but like I like to think I'm like somewhat decent now. At least like maybe slightly above average in terms of skill in something. Can I steal this final? I want it. Okay, or not. I mean, game sense is pretty important. Okay, this guy wants me though, so I'm not sure what to do there. Anyways, this was pretty much peak Hypixel, peak Bed Wars, peak everything. Like, player count was in the tens of thousands, and like hypixel bedwars had probably thousands upon thousands of players. I think the other day it hit 8K players, but you know, that's probably just a little bit close to what the player count was during COVID. I'm just trying to say the player count has definitely gone down over time, but during COVID it used to be so incredibly high. Now, from about 2021 to 2023, I think that this is the point where, what the heck? I actually just did that. The point where I was like enjoying the game at the most. Like, I was probably playing too much every single day. Getting like, well, I know I did my dailies every single day, which I still try to do sometimes. I just want to bank these apps. Like, I'm just in the worst situation possible. Okay, there. Well, I'm gonna die. But this was also around the time where I had like really found my little bedwars friend group. I'm not sure if any of them are watching this video right now, but if you are, you know who you are. Basically, we would just grind so much bedwars, like whether it was, you know, good old IYN. Actually, it was never IYN. It was making fun of IYN, but can I get this kill? Thank you. Just a lot of playing bedwars. I mean, people were like grinding hundreds of stars. We were on dailies quite a bit. Daily leaderboard, that was always kind of fun. But you know, kind of what happens after this period of time, in terms of like bedwars, hypixel, game count, player count. So I don't know what word I'm trying to say here. Player count is the one I'm looking for. Uh-oh, wait, this is a horrible spot to be in. And then comes 2024, where I think that's around the time my old account, my main account, main in quotations, because well, actually you'll realize in a second, but this was around the time when my main was 750 stars, and it was pretty inactive, mainly because that was the time that I had passed my main in stars on this account. So, you know, that was, I may have had some slightly, not slightly, they were illegal star gain methods, but that was just the time that I had, or the year that I had passed my main in stars, which is really sad to think about. Now, just because I had passed my main in stars doesn't mean that I was like done playing. I mean, I still played a lot on this account, obviously now being 763 stars. I mean, something had to have happened, where I suddenly gained 1,000 stars. This game's like pretty much over though, so I'm just gonna finish this in the next game, because yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Third game. I don't know how to end games or do outros or intros. I'm pretty bad at this YouTube thing, but my teammate leveled up to 12 stars, so it's okay. Let's go with the third game. Now, when it comes to 2025, which is the current year at the time of recording this, I'm just gonna be taking my stats for so far, like, how are we almost, is it almost December? That's actually insane. But anyways, just my stats for up to this point in the year. I'm just gonna be considering that the whole year, because I mean, once I explain more about what I'm talking about in this section of the video, you'll understand how little of a difference that actually makes. Something like that, I don't really know. But basically, so far this year, I've only gained about 200 stars, which isn't a little amount. I say only 200 stars because, well, taking into consideration 2023, I gained 730 stars, which, you know, that was my year of interesting star gain methods. But, you know, just overall 730 stars gained compared to this so far this year. 200, almost walked off. And back in, let's see, that guy's low, I will die. But yeah, in the following year of 2024, I gained, I think, about 560 stars, which, you know, that's still 500 stars. That's quite a few stars. But it is a pretty significant, like, 200 star drop from my 2023 session, which was an unhealthy amount of stars gained. I think what I'm trying to say is that I've been playing less. Not because I don't enjoy the game. I still love bedwars. I mean, of course, I make videos on it now. That's like, you know, I wouldn't make videos on a game that I don't enjoy. So I enjoy bedwars. I still do. I really do. I think it's a great game. Just, you know, less players now, of course, hurts the player count. Yeah, that's really, I really should think about things before I say them. I'm just kind of saying the first thing that comes to mind for these videos. So, actually, time to plug something. I upload everything uncut for members. It's like 99 cents a month or something, but you can just see like all the uncut versions of these videos. I don't think I've ever mentioned anything about that, but you know, if you want to see those are all there for members. So, because I've had some people ask me why I die so much. No, I've had some people ask me if I'm ever gonna upload uncut videos, and I do, just for members, because they're like an hour long most of the time. And I'm gonna stop talking about memberships now and actually go back to the video. I think a relatively large reason for why I haven't been playing as much also is just because, well, remember not the other year, but earlier in this video when I mentioned that I had like found my bedwars friend group. I think, well, I mean, obviously with time, some people will quit, but I mean, I'd played with them for literally years. How do you get that final kill? But I'd played with them for years, and I guess that like, okay, I'm just not able to steal final kills today. I guess they just, you know, they grew up. That's the bad way to word it, but they just stopped playing bedwars, is what I'm trying to say. And it's mainly because they either like were forced to quit just from life and stuff, or they just decided like it's time to move on from bedwars because maybe they hit like a milestone or something and they're just done, or something like that. And I don't think I'm necessarily going to be following them. Like, of course, I love bedwars. I make these commentary videos now. I still suck at doing head hitters, but I just feel like I played bedwars for so long. Like, I don't really need to think, if I'm going to be honest, while playing bedwars. Like, I've just done this whole game on autopilot, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think that is pretty much all I've got to say for this video. So, you know, if you've enjoyed, I'd really, really appreciate you subscribing. And honestly, I think, yeah, that's all I've got for today. So please help me get closer to 30K. I'd really, really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for watching. Okay, so now there's two videos on screen. The one on the left, I think you'd like, but there's the one on the right. You see that one? Yeah, that one I really think that you would like. So you can actually just pick whichever one you'd want. I'll give you a moment. Okay, the video is about to end. Please click on one. Please. It's gonna end now. It's gonna end.